Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my podcast. I'm Elizabeth. Thanks so much for tuning in. Yesterday, I thanked God for safety, and today is October 10th, so it is the 10th day of thanking God in our series. And before I get to that, though, I want to go back to what I thanked God for yesterday, which was safety. I talked about going on a mission trip to Mexico, and I'm pretty sure it was on the way to Mexico that I had this issue. I'm pretty sure. And I don't think it was on the way back. I'm pretty sure it was on the way too. But I don't know. But it doesn't matter either way. On the way or to, it doesn't matter. But anyway, so I packed enough pants, I packed like I think one pair of jeans or something like that, and then the rest were shorts. Well, we were on the bus. The bus was not air conditioned, and it wasn't a problem in the morning because the mornings were always really cold. And so, I had run out of clean shorts. And so I put on a pair of black jeans, not realizing how hot it was going to get towards midday. And, we had made a stop, like on the way for gas or whatever it was. And so since we had stopped, I asked the nurse if I could go and change into my shorts because I was getting really hot. And she told me no. And so I was like, okay. And so, I ended up falling asleep, and then I must have passed out because the I could hear the other kids on the bus, the other young people like me on the bus trying to wake me up. And if I could, I would have woken up because I would not have played like that. They thought I was playing, like a trick on them, or whatever, and pretending not to be able to wake up, but I was not pretending, and I wouldn't do that because that's just crying wolf, and it's not a good thing to do. But since they couldn't wake me up, they went and got the nurse, and she immediately knew that something was wrong because she tried to wake me up too. And I think they even tried to spray water on my face, and I wouldn't wake up. I could hear them, but I was unconscious. I couldn't do anything. And so they brought me to the front of the bus because the front of the bus was a little bit, not much, but a little bit cooler. And then they had like ice packs that they were putting on me, and they took me to the hospital in Texas that was the closest. And I had heat stroke. I know the difference that there's heat exhaustion. Well, and I mean, I was unconscious, so this is heat stroke. And man, talk about a scary experience. And so I thank God that nothing worse happened, and that it was a good outcome, that I was able to recover from that. So, yay. Now, let's move on and we'll go to today's thanking God. I thank God for music. I just love music. I think that music is such a great way to express yourself. And, that's what I've been doing, is kind of making up songs, either on the piano or with words and stuff like that. I've been making up songs, and I've made up songs for my whole life. Like, I've always loved music, even as a kid. And so I'm just so excited that I've been able to learn how to play some songs on the keyboard. Yes, my keyboard has the letters on it to help me, but what's cool is that I'll kind of learn how to play a song. And of course, I only play with one hand, so I'm not, super skilled, but I do enough that if I need under music for my talking and my videos, I can have my own music that I put together. And so I have been really proud of myself because, I always knew how to play a couple of songs, but I really, and I was satisfied. I knew how to play a couple of songs, not chopsticks. Okay. I don't know how to play chopsticks. I don't know how, but I've been playing other songs. And there was like 2 songs or 3 songs or something like that I knew how to play, and I was satisfied. But I came to find that I really wanted to learn more, and now I'm ready. And so I had the letters out, but what's cool is that I can teach myself with the letters on the keyboard a song, and then I can go to church and play it. Like, not always right away. I do have to practice here quite a bit, a couple weeks or so. And then I can go to church and play it on their piano, and I have no letters on the keyboard. So I'm just really proud of myself. I think it's good as you get older to, well, and younger too, but like with Melissa, knowing 4 languages. And that is so good for her brain. Like, it's really good to challenge your brain because it keeps it strong. And the older you get, the more you want to challenge it, because I think it helps, stave off Alzheimer's and that kind of thing. Like if you don't use your brain, you're going to lose it. Why? I mean, your brain is a muscle, I think. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I think you should exercise it as much as you can. And so I think it's good that I'm wanting to learn how to do these songs on the keyboard. And Phil is a keyboardist. And so like if I do need a song that's more complicated, then he'll play it, and that's what he does at church. Like we're both worship leaders. And so I sing along with the little girls, and he plays the keyboard. And so I think we make a great team. And that's why I'm so excited about my new schedule that I'm going to be starting in January, because I want to make Fridays like ministry Fridays. And so not only will I be able to focus on my messages and my videos and all that kind of stuff, but I want us to spend like part of the day recording a song like I sing and he play. And there's so many videos. Like I'm not downgrading or bad mouthing, or what's the word? I don't know the word. Whatever that is, I'm not trying to do. But there's like hymns that are like the way that they are sung and played. It's very good. They do a great job. Just a little too slow for my style. And so, like I said, I'm not criticizing what they do or anything like that. It's great. They do a great job. Great. Just not my style. So what I would like to do is take some of those hymns and just do it a little bit faster. And so like Phil can play and I can sing, and we can make videos that are a little bit more upbeat, but still staying true to the song, of course. Because hymns, I think, like I love CCM songs. Some of them are really boring, but there's something to be said about hymns, though. They're so sacred. And so, of course, I will still stay true to the hymn, but I would just like for it to be just a little bit faster. And so that's my plan, is for Ministry Fridays. And, if it turns out that I can do like some kind of service thing, then that would be great too. And another thing I want to do is clean my house, because, because I'm doing this and that and the other, I don't really have as much time as I would like to clean my house. So that's the plan too. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So yes, I love music. Music is, like I said, it's just a great way to express yourself. I love to sing. I love to listen to music. It's just so fun to listen to music. And so, yeah. So and if you look at it throughout the whole Bible, they've always had music. I mean, it was just a wonderful way to express their gratitude and servitude to God, was through music. And apparently they all knew how to play all these instruments. I would love to know how they knew, because somebody must have taught them. And so who taught them and who taught them? Like, how did it come about? It's very fascinating. But anyway, yes. So I thank God for music. Thanks so much for listening. And what do I say? Why am I at such a loss? Okay. Thanks so much for listening. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in my next podcast. Bye-bye.